Hello, ladies and gents. It is the Macho Miracle here, aka Dyson, and welcome to a little bit of a good old commentary. It's going to be quite a long one. I just realized. I was like, ooh, alright, 16 minutes. Wow. Alright, well, the gameplay, I'll talk about that first, is a Titanfall tech test. So the Titanfall 2 beta, it's a throwback to some of its gameplay. I believe this is Bounty Hunt on some map. I don't know. One of the beta maps. That's all I know. Let's see. What was I on? Oh, yes. Pearl Harbor. 75 years ago today. I want to talk a little bit about that because, why not? It's, for some reason, it's not really talked about all the time. Just like, hey, remember veterans are awesome and stuff like that. And, never forget Pearl Harbor and all that stuff. Surprise attack. Bunch of stuff like that on this day. Every single year, but there's more talk about it this year for some reason. It's trending a lot more. I've been seeing a lot more posts about it this year, so I'm like, alright, well, I might as well hop in, make a commentary about it, so why not? Here I am. Pearl Harbor, of course I'm gonna remember it. It's one of the few things I remember from history class. A lot of my history class stuff, I remember like the basic stuff, and anything to do with war. I remember all that, because that was about the only thing that I really enjoyed was the war stuff. So that's really cool. So whenever I think about it, it's like, yeah, I'll remember. It was a surprise attack. It really sucked for our people, and then for the people that lost their lives, their family, all that good stuff. It happens in war, but that one was definitely one of the most unexpected surprise, like stab in the back kind of a things. We're friends with the Japanese now. Japanese people are actually pretty cool. They run a lot of cool things, as in like Nintendo. They have a lot of Sony stuff. Sony and Nintendo basically are like the huge things over there. I don't even know if they really play Xbox, but now Japanese people love mobile games, so that's probably why the Switch is the way it's gonna be. But enough about that. We good with them now. They're not our enemies anymore after we dropped 2 nukes on them. It's kind of, I think 1 nuke might have been enough, but from Truman's point of view, he asked the American people, he's like, well, would you rather the war go on a little bit longer? After dropping he asked us, I think before he dropped the 2 nukes, he asked, hey, do you want them home now with not a lot of casualties on our end, or do you want the war to last a while longer and have a lot of casualties on both? And I think the American people were like, bring our boys home. So he decided to drop the 2 nukes. It might have been after he dropped the first one. And then people were like, whoa, I don't know what that was, but that was insane. It killed everybody in a city. It annihilated the entire city. I think people were like, whoa, okay. And maybe that's whenever he was like, all right, do you want your boys home now, or do you want a lot of them to die? And I think that's when the American people were like, bring them home. Let's drop another one. It was either that or he asked before he dropped the 2. I don't remember that much. Like I said, I remember the important stuff. And, Nagasaki and Hiroshima got some nukes dropped on them. Fat Man and Little Boy. I think that's their names. I know it's been years since I went over that. That was like freshman year of high school when I was going over World War II stuff. It's been a while. But yeah, it sucked for both ends because Pearl Harbor led to this, us basically, that was the main reason we joined, was that right there. It was like, alright, we mad now. But, you know what, we're good with the Japanese people now. Sorry, I had a little catch in my throat, so it almost sounded like I was going to call them Japs for a second. I was not. Japanese people. We're friends with them now, and they've brought us a lot of entertainment. They're weird over there, but they're one of the most hardworking people on the planet, which is cool. They have a time of where all of them just work like super hard. Then when they're done working super hard, their relaxing time is like be crazy, off the wall, insane, having fun kind of stuff. And it's like, whoa, it kind of freaks us out because us as Americans, we're trying to do that we're kind of trying to mix work and play in together at the same time, like all day long. Wow, the Japanese have one focus. Half the day is like, I'm gonna work on all my stuff for my job as hard as I can, and I'm gonna be an awesome worker. And then they get home, or they're off of work and they go hang out with friends, or they go to events, they read their manga, they watch their anime, they play their video games, and they go nuts. Like they know how to entertain themselves. They'll never be unentertained because they have so much stuff going on usually. So props to them for being so focused on like one thing at a time. It's worked out pretty well for them, I'd say. And you know what? Back then with Pearl Harbor, they were under rule by their emperor, who I don't. Whenever I remember their emperor, who is like, "Hey, let's do this," I don't remember him as really a nice guy. I think he was probably kind of a jerk since all this stuff happened. But then again, they were also allied with the Nazis, so being allied with the Nazis was kind of like, not that great. So I don't. There's no reason to blame them now, since we're friends with them and all the people that were part of the World War II stuff and all that stuff. Most of them are gone now, so it's like, man, I know I've heard a lot of apology stories for like, yo, sorry, I'm just a soldier and was doing what I was told kind of stuff, which is, understandable, because that's what you're supposed to do when you're a soldier, do what you're told. Even if it's crazy, it seems like you still have to. I don't know, I've never been in the military or anything like that, so I don't know how it is, but from my friends who have been in it, it seems like that's the kind of stuff they have to deal with, is like doing their own thing and all that good stuff. So that's kind of iffy. I'm glad I can't even really be in the military because of my heart problem. I cannot be in the military at all, which when I was younger I wanted to be, because I was like, yeah, fight for America, I love America, I'll do that. And then it was like, yeah, no, you can't do that because of your heart. I was like, okay. I am part of the draft, I believe, though, so like I could be, but I still couldn't be drafted for two reasons: because of my heart, and I couldn't actually fight. I'd have to have like a desk job or something, which I would hate. I would not want to do it. And then another one being my dad's only son. That should keep me from ever being put in the military, since I'm an only son for him. Because my mom has two children. My little brother is her second child, me being the first, but my dad only has the one, so being an only child on his end, I don't think I can go and be in the military. Same for my little brother, because my stepdad only has one kid, so I don't think Talon could ever go in the military. Which I always have mad respect for anyone in the military. I think the military is awesome, and I like seeing their little feuds between each other, the different branches and stuff. It's pretty funny. I like getting in on that because I have friends who are part of I have friends or family who are part of each one. I have friends in National Guard, and like in the Army and in the Air Force, and then I had family that was like in the Marines and the Navy and stuff like that. So I like seeing their little jokes they make about each other. Those are pretty funny. And yeah, but whenever I think about Pearl Harbor, I think of it as another Veterans Day. That's how I like to think of it. Just another day to honor veterans and people in the military. Like, you know what, this kind of stuff can happen to our people in the military, where they're just doing their normal daily training and base routine stuff, and cleaning the bases or cooking food, or maybe they have the day off and they're just enjoying themselves. Maybe they're still asleep because it's early in the morning. It was a Sunday, so being that it's the Sabbath, that that's the main reason Japanese attack is like people should still be asleep because it's a Sunday morning. They've been partying on Saturday, and the next day is church. So people aren't going to get up super early, but they're going to be going to church. They're not going to really be ready for fighting and stuff like that. And it's just a pretty crappy surprise attack on our end. It sucked to be part of that. Just really, really awful. And then But hey, like I said, we're friends with them now, so it's all good. I love Japanese people; they're awesome. They're our allies now, so hey, and that's fine with me. I hope they stay our allies. It's because they're a cool bunch of people. I like them. And speaking of Pearl Harbor, um, Gibson the Outlaw, he's like, I say that. I say that because he's like 1/16 Japanese, so I always tell him that it's like one somewhere in the thousands. Pearl Harbor is his fault. Just joking with him, since he's 1/16 Japanese. Don't take it seriously. No one get butthurt, please. For the love of God, don't get mad at that either. Since I said God, yeah, I'll just a lot of people getting offended today too. That's why I want to talk about Pearl Harbor. A lot of people getting offended by the fact that we support our military. Like, of course, and this is from people who live here in America. I don't get it. But enough about that. Back to Gibson the Outlaw. Used to be Gibson the Redneck. He had his first song come out just a couple days ago. Maybe a few days ago, I don't know. I've actually got a chance to listen to it fully today. I listened to the little like a minute and 40 seconds of it that he posted like a week ago, maybe. I don't know how long ago it was, but he posted about it. You know, like, hey, here's a little tidbit of my first song coming out featuring Sean Key. It's hip hop or country rap. That's what Gibson is striving for, and he's got his first song out. So that's good for him. You know, awesome for him. I've been friends with him since my 8th grade year, so his 6th grade year, I believe. So it's been 7.5 years since we've been friends. And, you know, he moved away at one point to Texas, and then he moved back here to good old Southwest Missouri. And then he moved to Tennessee, just, you know, kickstart off his good old hip-hop career. And now he's back in Texas, living with his dad, I believe. Gonna save up some money and work on his music while he does it, which is cool. I'm glad he has his first song out. My opinion of the song, I'll give it to him. So Gibson, if you're hearing this, I don't really like country music, so therefore I'm not gonna like country rap or hip hop. I'm just not. I like 2 country songs, and they're both by Eddie Rabbitt. I'm just not really into country at all. But I can see why people would enjoy the song. You know, country people would probably enjoy it. People who love country rap, they're gonna enjoy it. His fans, I have seen, they like his music. They like the song. That's cool. It's called What You Gonna Do, I believe. Yeah, What You Gonna Do. I will have a link to that in the description, so you guys can go check it out if you like country or just want to check it out. That's the second main reason that I've made this video, so I could share that with my subscribers. So go check that out. I'd really appreciate it if you did, because he's a friend of mine. Good old Austin Gibson, who was Gibson the Redneck, and is now Gibson the Outlaw. So he doesn't, you know, get too mixed up with Upchurch the Redneck, even though Upchurch the Redneck is a much more successful, been doing it longer, bigger country rap hip hop artist. So that's cool. But hey, Gibson's getting it going now, and I'm happy for him, and I hope it gets him somewhere. I hope it works out for him, because there's been a lot of things. I can say this as his friend. There's been a lot of things that he has tried or wanted to do that have just, because of unfortunate events, have not worked out for him, and that really sucks. So if this could work out for him, great. It'd be really awesome. It really needs to, because I like to see my friends and my family succeed. So I really hope he does. I might have more than just him being my friend for him to succeed, but I won't talk about that. He knows what I'm talking about, but he knows that there's no rush. And if you're a fan of Gibson the Redneck and you're seeing this video, you know, keep up the support. You know, keep watching his stuff, keep liking his stuff. Share that video with your friends, family, other people you think would enjoy it. Even if you don't think they would enjoy it, just show it to them. Like, hey, and even if you're not showing them the music, maybe a video of his that you found funny. You know what? Just share them around. You know, stuff like that. Because people who entertain and are content creators, no matter what the content is, they need their fans, they need their supporters to support them in order to, actually make it somewhere, to actually make it a career. And people like that. They like to entertain. I love to entertain. I want to be an entertainer when I grow up. That's weird saying since I'm 21, but I'd really like to do that for my career, and I definitely know he would like to too. He likes making his Instagram videos, he likes making the music, he would love to do it as a career, and I would love to see him make it since I'm his friend. There's a lot of people who don't like him, and and I'm friends with those people who don't like him because I can be. I still like those people. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, you don't like my friend, I don't like you. So it's whatever. I'm just going to be friends with the people I want to be friends with, and I'm going to support him, and I'm going to ask that people please do not judge me for supporting him since he is my friend. Because I'm going to support all my friends in all of their endeavors. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Go check that video out. I'd really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe to both me and him, and you guys have a good one. And toodaloo.